If you sit all day and you're looking for relief of your neck, shoulder, back, you've come to the right place. Hello, I'm Dr. Lin with Empowerment Physical Therapy, and today I am going to educate and show you a couple of things that you could do to alleviate a lot of the neck, shoulder, and back issues that you might have from having to sit all day. Now, considering that a lot of your neck, shoulders, and back issues typically come from the posture that you're in. And a lot of times we see that from patients who come in with those issues, whether it's neck, shoulder, or back issues. Those are the most common three problems that we see all the time with somebody who sits in front of a computer all day. So, assuming that your workstation is set up properly, we're going to go over some of the three things that you could do to alleviate some of the issues that you have in the neck, in the shoulders, or in your back. First and foremost, we'll go over the first one. It's called the chest and a bicep stretch. So what you're doing here is you grip your hands together, straighten out your elbow if you could. If not, that's fine. And then lift it away from your shoulder, from your back or your tush. That opens up your shoulder. And then look up in the ceiling. And go side to side if you need to. Check out if there's anything in the ceiling that needs to be cleaned, wipe at the same time. So that'll open up your shoulders, your chest, as well as extend your neck. Now, if you can't wrap your hand behind your back, you could put your hands behind on your waist and bend your elbow. It'll kind of arch back a little bit. And the idea of that is that reverse a lot of the postures that you get into when you're sitting in front of a computer, which tightens up the front, lurches your neck. We call it turtlenecking. That's one of the most common things that we see that can cause neck pain and throw off your shoulder. So that's number one. The second thing I want to show you is something you would do on your back. So start with that view on your back. What I want you to do is to squeeze your tush. And hold it there. You want your knee, your hip, and your shoulder to line up like a line. And that's what you want. This is a very common exercise that people usually do it wrong. That's because they're not engaging their glutes. So during this exercise, there's a possibility that you can get a cramp if you don't bend your knees enough. So if my feet were out and I try to do this bridge and I engage my hamstrings, I'm going to get a cramp. So make sure you bend your knees as far as you comfortably could, not too much. And if you feel like you engage your back, you're doing it wrong. One of the ways to ensure that you're engaging your glutes is to put your index and just kind of gently push into your tush, engage that, go up, and hold that position for about 10 seconds. Now, if this is too easy, you can grab a weight, hold that position, and then reach back to engage your core. This reverses the sitting posture that a lot of us do all day. Now imagine me being sitting, keeps an L shape. That tightens up what we call your hip flexors. So that bridge with the weight neutralizes all that sitting you do throughout the day. Last but not the least, this is a very simple one. We call it toe touch. Simply trying to touch your toes. So what you're going to try to do here is to, whether it's standing or sitting, if you have back issues, it's probably easier to do it sitting. So in the case of that, I'm going to bring this camera down a little bit. You can see me. So you would sit here, sit in a chair, and then just kind of gently letting your breath on exhale guide yourself into the floor, and you'll feel that stretch in the lower back. And hang out there for about 2 or 3 minutes at a time. That'll help you re-engage, breathing from your stomach. Stretch your lower back. And then slowly and gently come up. Now, if you don't have a chair, you would then do it standing. Make sure you stand about shoulder width apart. And then gently go down and try to touch your toes. Again, using your breath as a guide. Always use your breath as a guide, because that will gradually and naturally get you to the point of being able to touch your toes. So there you have it. Those are the 3 exercises I will recommend if you have any aches or pains with your neck, shoulder, or your back because of the fact that you sit in front of a chair quite a bit. Stay tuned, and until next time.